Hi guys, I'm Jared Turner again from Turner Tactical. Real quick, what we've done here is we've taken a rental gun from one of the local shooting ranges. Hasn't been cleaned at all. Hasn't been pre-treated with any of the CLP product, the RAND at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down and we're going to clean it for you. Just right off the bat so you guys have an understanding of how dirty it really is. I mean, take a look at that. That's a lot of stuff in there. So we're going to treat it, we're going to scrub it up for you just so you guys see how much carbon we can actually get off of your guns. And this one has never been pre-treated. I've never touched this gun before till today. There. As you can see up here into the locking block mechanism and all this, it's really, really filled with carbon. I mean, take a look at that. All right, that's just my finger brushing off of it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean this, take this whole thing apart. All right, as you can see onto the slide, it's filled with material, carbon built up and everything. All right, so let's get to cleaning.
How's that smell, Jerry?
There is absolutely no smell to this whatsoever, which is great. Because as you know, when it's cold outside and you want to shoot and you want to come inside and you want to clean it, you don't want the missus to get all mad at you for the awful chemical smell. Plus there's no petroleum-based product in this whatsoever, so therefore it's not going to hurt your polymer guns, it's not going to hurt your hands. I'm not wearing gloves, it doesn't sting me, it's non-toxic, it's not going to hurt whatsoever. Yeah, that's just one patch cloth that I got from just the barrel.
Do you have to heat it up at all?
No heating whatsoever. You just apply it as is and let it run. And the nice thing about the way they formulated this product is that it actually likes heat. The hotter you get the material, the better off it is. This product will actually draw heat out of the metal, which no other product can say it does that at all. There you go, take a look at that. 3 patch cloths in the barrel is really super clean. All right, we'll keep going. Look at that, we're even starting to see the feed ramp again. Look at that. It's coming right off. That carbon buildup on that is coming right off. Look at that. Got that shine back on that feed ramp. Wasn't there before. It's there now. There you go. As you can see, the stuff's just starting to peel right off of this slide. Now, if you want to take an old toothbrush and do the same thing, that works great. We're just using the white cloths, so you kind of see how much material we're actually picking up off of this gun.
Jared, it looks to be cleaning pretty well. How about the lube and the protection piece?
Once you just wipe it off, the protection gets right on there. There's no issues with it whatsoever. A little dab at the end of it when you put the gun back together and a little light coating. That's it. That's all you need for the lubrication part of it. I mean, everything's coming right off.
When you've used it in the past, experience after you've treated a gun and been out in the elements?
I've had it sit out. I've tried to freeze it. I've tried to heat it and burn it to get it to smoke, and I haven't been able to accomplish any of those feats yet. I've put it outside. I've let it sit in 23-degree weather. I've let my gun sit in 23-degree weather, and it still functions 100% every time I'm ready to shoot. And there you go. You take a look at that. That's just from a few patch claws right there. All right, and these are including the barrel. Take a look at the barrel. Very, very little bit of carbon left on this thing. Very, very, very little bit. Now we'll take it, and you'll actually see right here if you look. If you can zoom right in here where my finger is, you'll see carbon built up onto that. That is a huge, huge amount of carbon. If I can take my nail, see, I can scrape it off with my nail. So
Let me see the nail one more time.
just wipe it off. Okay, you can see the carbon flakes on my finger. don't know if you can get in there or not, but you can actually see it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and I'm just using a patch cloth, no brush, no nothing. Look at that. Look how much came off already. And I'm not scrubbing it. This is just we're using a patch cloth in my hand. Is what I'm getting this to.
So Joe, would you say that you would use less of this when cleaning a gun, and it would actually, it would allow you to clean half as much?
Absolutely. All I'm doing is just little drops of this gun right now, little drops on this gun. And as you can see, I'm cleaning the entire thing. And I'm not wasting a lot, it's not dripping out everywhere. And as I'm cleaning it, I'm lubricating the firearm at the same time. I mean, take a look. I mean, this is all stuff that's just coming right off this gun with very little ease, very little material that I'm actually using.
No brush, no copper brush?
Nothing, no scraping, no sitting there with old toothbrushes, not sitting there with a metal brush scuffing up my gun, not a thing. I mean, this stuff is just, the carbon on this, it's just coming right off. And as you can see on my hands, it's even, coming onto my hands. It just breaks the carbon right down into nothing. Makes it so easy to get to. Take a look, right? How many times have you had could do that with different materials that doesn't smell, that are not petroleum based, that have all kinds of toxins in the material?
So this stuff is biodegradable?
Absolutely, 100% biodegradable. I mean, if your dogs get to it, your kids get to it, and they ingest it by accident, it's not going to hurt them whatsoever. Especially, when you're out in the field, if you need a little quick lube and the dog gets to it because you left the dog unattended in the truck, it's 100% natural material. There's nothing in it that's gonna hurt anybody, and that's why I can safely use it without gloves on. And I'm not worried about any type of carcinogens or anything to that effect in it, because there is none into it. It's extremely flame resistant, and it does what it says when I tell you that it actually likes heat. It does like heat. So, I mean, if you look right here, there's just a few carbon patches, and look at the difference on that stuff. How many times have you gone through that and can get it cleaned down to that where you can actually see the locking block all over again, and there's no carbon on that thing whatsoever after the big chunks that I was able to take off before? Now we'll do the spring while we're here. Who knows what we're going to get off of this thing? My guess is we're going to get quite a bit. Let's see already. All that stuff's already coming right off. Look at that, came right off. Now, that's it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it back together. I'm gonna put a little bit of material just on the inside of it, on the barrel, on here, onto the muzzle, on the muzzle part, on the chamber part.
And that's for a pre-treat for the next shoot?
That's for the pre-treat. It's also just as like lubricant, just like you would a regular lubricant. You wanna just, touch it up a little bit to get it all set. That's what we're gonna do. So, here we go. Just the drop. Take a look, you can see the areas that I did it, kept it wet, just a little bit, not a lot. I'm gonna put a little drip on each rail here. Let that go for the barrel. Put a drip right on there. We're just gonna rub it in. Just like you would on any other cleaning system.
You had a tough time time getting that thing apart, right?
I did. I had an extremely tough time getting this thing apart. There was so much carbon into it, and it was built up and locked up and everything, that I actually, it took me a little while to actually get it apart. So, but you gotta take a look at that, and just take some of the residual, put it right here for the next time. Keep the carbon lifted right off of it. Put this thing right back together again.
How's that slide now?
Much easier to use, and the locking block functions perfectly. Look at that. Brings it right up and everything. Just take whatever's left on my hand.
Now let's look at that now versus before.
There you go.
Looks like a new gun.
And how's it feel? You've rubbed it all over the gun. Is it sticky? Is it?
It's not sticky. It doesn't harden. It doesn't stick. It's a real light coating of the material. That's it. What I use less than half an ounce altogether for all these guns. Probably used about a half an ounce total. Go out and get some RAND CLP. It's definitely worth it. Worth every penny of it.